We've talked about the stigma. We've talked about the importance of speaking up. But what happens when that noise in your head won't just stop? Welcome back to FB Awakening Minds Initiative. And this is Felicitas Banda. Today, we will not just talk about the mind, but we will reprogram. We'll talk about how to reprogram this mind. Have you been feeling stuck? Have you been feeling heavy? Have you been feeling low? Have you been feeling judged? Have you been feeling useless? This is for you. Yes, I'm talking about 24-hour mental reset. Mental reset. You know, our minds are like a browser with so many tabs open. There's a tab of our past failures, tabs of what will people say, tabs of what ifs, the tabs of fear, the tabs of so many tabs. At Awakening, we are told, or we learn that you are in charge of that. You know which tab to close, you know which tab to concentrate on, you know which tab to open. Because you are in control. You hold the remote control, you hold that mouse, and you're not the computer. And the reason why your system is crashing, because so many unnecessary tabs are open. You know, when this browser has got so many tabs that are open, definitely the system crashes. So let's close some tabs. Let's concentrate on tabs that are relevant. Some useless tabs can be shut so that we can preserve this system. Right. So, you are not the computer, like I said. You are in charge. You are in control. It's like observing the weather, you know. You are just observing that weather. And you are not part of the storm. You are not becoming the storm at all. But the mistakes we make, we always become part of the storm. We become the storm instead of just observing. Even the things that we control, you are not the computer. You are just the user. So you should be able to control which tab to open and which tab to close, which tab to concentrate on, and which tab to rubbish. So let's talk about how to reset our minds. A 24-hour mental reset. We program this mind so that it can refresh and start nicely and operate nicely without all those problems. I want to teach you this technique. It's called observe, don't absorb technique. You just observe, you don't absorb technique. This technique will help us to reset, to reprogram our minds. And I'm going to talk about 3 ways we can follow to reprogram this mind. Number one, label the noise. You know, when that negative thought pops in, tell yourself that is a thought and not the fact. Remember, We are just observing and not absorbing. So when you tell yourself that, already you're creating a gap. You're distancing yourself from that thought. Because you acknowledging that it's not a fact. Like I said, you just observe the weather and not becoming the storm. Number 2, 5 minutes information fast. Yes, 5 minutes information fast. The first 5 minutes of the day, or how you start the day, and the last 5 minutes of how you earn the day. This is very important, and it is the sacred space of your mind. So during that time, you need to fast from anything else for 5 minutes. No calls, no phone, no social media, no nothing. Just you and you breathing. You and your breath. Don't think about anything else. Just you and breath. And just allow the peace to set in before the world hits you with all the chaos. And afterwards, after you've been hit with this and that, observe that 5 minutes to get rid of all the chaos and just allow the peace. Just allow the peace within yourself. Number 3, it's called the 1 win rule. Yes, win. Challenge yourself to finish a task that you've been postponing all this time, that you've been brushing aside, that you haven't been feeling confident to do. Challenge yourself to say, I'm going to do it. Why? Because when you do that, you are also, when the body moves, the mind also moves. And action is the enemy of anxiety, of stress. So sometimes just do that action. Do it. And once that body moves, the mind moves. I'm talking about good things, positive things that you've been pushing aside. You didn't have confidence to do them. Try them. And it will give you this confidence, this peace that you've done it. And your mind shifts that way. It is very important to reset the mind. Remember, changing your life is not about being perfect, but it's about being present. Awakening always reminds us that we are the solution. Stigma and the society will say we are our own problems. But we're not. We are the solutions. All we need is just to step up. Because we're in control. We hold the remote control. And we're not fixing anything because you are not broken. You're still intact. All we need to do is to change and update the software. That's it we need. So let's practice this 24-hour mental reset and you see what happens. This is Awakening Minds Initiative. We awaken the minds and we change their lives. Kindly subscribe for more doses on how we can awaken the minds and make this world a better place.